Hi there, Dave Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, and I'm here to show you some of my A-Wing fighters. And as a matter of fact, I just got my third one in, and the reason why I think it's really special is because it's the oldest A-Wing fighter I've been able to get my hands on. Now there's a couple other A-Wing fighters out there that I know I definitely need to get, but right now I'm super stoked about this last one I got in, and I'm going to tell you why here in just a second. All right, let's check these babies out. The first A-Wing we're going to look at is this one right here. This is from 1997. This is from the Powers of the Force line. And up until recently, this was the oldest one I could get my hands on. This A-Wing has a switch on the back right here behind the canopy. You push it, canopy pops right open. You let it go, drops right back down. These guns on the side rotate 360 degrees. And then on the bottom, we have, of course, we've got 3 landing gear, and we have a little gray activation switch right here, which you can pull down, and with a little assistance, the landing gear will close right up. And then you push forward. A little assistance again, and they pop right out, ready for you to land your A-Wing fighter. Now, on the bottom of this, you'll see there's what appears to be a battery compartment. And I was super excited when I first got this. And let me grab my this assembly tool here, get my Leatherman, and we're going to pop this battery compartment open. And this battery compartment, it's kind of tight, doesn't really want to come off too much, but I'm going to roll it over. Maybe we can see in just a little bit. It's hard to see, but in the back of that battery compartment, you see it's red. There's no metal contacts whatsoever, which tells me that there should have been something in here. And even this little hole right here in the back, that's a spot for an activation button. But this model, after I did some research, I found out that it never came with any kind of lights or sounds. So that made me curious. So I kept looking, and I found out something very interesting. Now, the next A-Wing I got was this Target exclusive from 2003. And just like the other A-Wing from Powers of the Force, it's identical in every way. Canopy opens, same way. I got the guns that rotate 360 degrees on either side. The landing gear, identical, functions the same way. Up, this one works a little smoother, and down. And also, there's that battery compartment again. Now I'm not going to open this one up because I already know there's nothing in it at all. And again, down here, we have a small hole for an activation button, which doesn't exist on this model. Again, I really, really wanted to have one of these that made some kind of sound or lit up or did a backflip, anything. Because why is this stuff there? It's not there for gee whiz. I mean, there's a reason, right? Well, there definitely is. But I'm getting to that. So this Target exclusive, it's sweet. Look at this, all green and gray. It's got a squadron symbol on it. It's got the Alliance emblem on it. Man, this thing's awesome. Oh man, this thing's super cool. Now, let's move on to my latest finder. It's from 1985. And is built by Kenner. Now, what's interesting about this is it was not released exactly in conjunction with Return of the Jedi. It was released with an animated series called Star Wars Droids, and that's how it was marketed and packaged. This ship is kind of hard to find, and a little bit on the pricey side, but find it nonetheless I did. So it was in really great shape, and I was really happy when I got it. There was a little bit here on the side, one of the cannons on the back, it kind of broke in shipping. A little Gorilla Glue fixed it right up. And it wasn't completely broken off, but enough to where it was about to be. The canopy works just like the other ones. Push forward, pops right open. let go, and you can either push it down, but maybe not in this case, pull it back, drops right into place. And of course it looks just like the one from '97, like the Powers of the Force, same coloring, same scheme, although this one is actually a little bit cleaner overall. Not a lot of extra detail, because if we get the '97 one, we see that on the back we've got some scorch marks there. And when you compare them side by side, you can see the one from the Powers of the Force has got a little more scoring, a little more detail overall, whereas this one, a little more plain. So here's the one from '97. You can see you've got some more coloration here, some tan and some grays, and here it's permanently dirty right here. Kind of got that gray, used look, got that black marks, some scoring from maybe blaster fire. The front you can see is chipped and chiseled away as if it's been going in and out of the atmosphere and the paint's been coming off. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Like even on the wings, check that out. That's pretty cool. But when we get to the original one, we can see that it doesn't have that level of detail. Now, another thing I thought that was really cool was, unlike the Powers of the Force one right here, this one had some more stickers on the hull itself. Now, I don't know if the Powers of the Force one came with any additional stickers. There are a few small ones, like these two right here, but that's about all that was on there. This A-Wing, there's a few more hull stickers, some sorted stickers for the wings, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, the bottom, this is the part I love. Well, it's not necessarily landing gear, but the landing gear's there and works just like the other ones. But look, we have a battery compartment this time. And if we look real carefully, let's close the landing gear, shall we? See this little spot right here? Unlike the other A-Wings, there's actually a button there. And this is why I'm really excited about it, because that means this does something. Now, come to find out, there's no lights with this particular A-Wing. However, there are sounds. Let's give it a try, shall we? Let's find that button. Here we go. All right, sounds. That's cool. So we're flying through space. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Sounds. So this is the only A-Wing thus far out of the three that I have that actually makes sounds. And what's neat is, you see these guns? Now, just like the other two A-Wings, they rotate 360 degrees, but listen. Oh, that's great. That clicking sound, it's just got a little piece of plastic in there, and this gun right here, inside, it's a gear, and it clicks against that piece of plastic and makes that awesome sound that I love so much growing up. I mean, how many toys did that? Well, this was one of them, and it took me to the age of 45 to get this thing, and man, I'm super happy with it, and I can't wait to hang it up with the rest of them. Yeah, this is great. Let's hear that sound one more time. Let's see if I can find that button. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing's really awesome. I tell you, this is a really nice piece for anyone's collection. If you can get your hands on one of these Star Wars Droids A-Wings, I definitely encourage you to do so. They're definitely going to be hard to come by, and if you can find them, they're definitely not cheap, but you might as well get one now, because these other ones you can pick up later at a little bit of a reduced rate. They're still pretty affordable, but this one, if you can find it, snatch it up. And you have to be careful, again, find one of these. Make sure you don't accidentally buy one of the 1997 Powers of the Force. But remember, you can always tell the difference between the 1997 version, which is the Powers of the Force, and the Star Wars Droid A-Wing. Because again, remember, if you rotate the side guns, you'll hear that click. The battery compartment will have batteries, and it'll make that sound. Also, too, remember, the original version doesn't have any of the extra hull detail that's already molded onto the model, whereas the original 1997 version has some gray marks on it, making it look kind of rough, the front is chiseled away, revealing the steel underneath. And you've got some gray and kind of tan coloration in the back there, and also along the wings and the back engine section. 1997 Powers of the Force version versus the original 1985 Kenner Droids version. Again, this thing is a great find, and I was so worried when I got this thing that as soon as I got it, I took a screwdriver to it and I disassembled it. And I was happy to find the engine in there and the components that made the guns click, but I was so worried that maybe I had got conned. But you know what? This is it. This is the original version, and now I'm comfortable with it that I can say that. And that's another reason why I put out these videos, is for collectors who want to see some of these sweet ships that they want to add to their collections, but yet maybe aren't sure if they want one, or are worried that maybe they might get taken. And as I make more videos, I'll definitely do some deeper videos about the differences of some of these different ships. But anyways, these are my 3 A-Wings, and I can't wait to add more to my collection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll some footage now so you can see these 3 side by side and see them up close, because there's some pretty neat detail you're definitely going to want to check out. And I'll make sure to throw a caption down there so you can see which one is which. Hey, I just want to thank you again for watching my Starship video, and please take a look at my video playlist. I have a lot more Starships for you to check out, and over time my Starship videos are going to become a little more detailed, and in some of them I'm even going to go ahead and break them down and show you some of what's actually inside some of these ships. But for right now, I'm just going to do some general comparison videos and show you overall the ships in my Starship collection. And of course, it's not just Star Wars, it's from a lot of different genres. And there's a lot of cool old stuff that I think you'll enjoy. Well, again, I'm Dave Hunt telling you to stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you real soon.